This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, 4-color auras. What the heck is this? Little number discovered on the magic.gg website, esports deck lists. Check out the 6-0 run deck lists from somewhere between Platinum and Mythic. Doesn't give a name of the absolute maniac running this concoction, but saw it, said, you know, we gotta try that. That is one of the craziest decks I've ever seen with a 6-0 mark next to it. And here you go. We're everything but blue. I hate it already. And it's very just this aura synergy pile. Cetessan Champion draws a card when auras enter the battlefield. Storm Herald pulls auras out of the battlefield, attaches them to creatures you control. You exile those auras at the beginning of the next end step. And then we also have Timurit Calls the Dead, which is an enchantment, so it triggers the champion, fills the graveyard, so it makes Storm Herald better. And we have Call the Death Dweller and Agadeem's Awakening to reanimate the Storm Herald and the champion to keep them on the battlefield, to keep them triggering. What auras do we use, you may ask? The Demon Hug, give it flying. All that glitters, give it an insane amount of power, equal to the number of enchantments that we control. No artifacts here. 2 Indomitable Wills. It took me a while to figure out why this aura is in the deck. Bone Crusher Giant Protection. When the opponent tries to craftily line up their stomp to destroy you, this card blows them out. And then we have Cetessan Training. Draws card, gives trample. Again, just about getting that damage in. 3 Sentinel's Eyes, which are a pretty key card to the deck when combined with Cetessan Champion. And then we have the Hateful Eidolon and the Alseid of Life's Bounty. Both are enchantment creatures, both trigger Cetessan Champion. This one in particular, whenever a creature dies, you draw a card. No removal. No cards like Mire's Grasp or anything like that. If Storm Herald didn't say creatures you control, I think there would be a case for Mire's Grasp. And there are some in the sideboard for you best of 3 fans. But for the most part, this deck just needs to be aggressive, weirdly aggressive, because when it's running well, it will just have this mid-game explosion where one of the creatures becomes enormous, does a ton of damage, and ends the game. Playing Demonic Embrace into and all that glitters on either a small creature or a Cetessan Champion just becomes a ton of damage, and with Vigilance, it gets to block as well. So this is build the ultimate battleship. The mana base is pathway-centric, leading to decision fatigue left and right, as well as the triomes to cover the mana if you're into some tap lands. I haven't played the deck much, so we are really diving in cold on this one. I'm going to look at it right now and I'm going to say, my God, that's too many 3-drops. I don't know if you can build it better or different. I really don't. But that is so many 3-drops. I picture a lot of clunky hands. Tap land, 3-drop, 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 and an aura that we can't put on anything on the draw. We have played nothing. It is turn 3. We cast our first creature. It is killed. We lose the game. I'm very afraid of that. So the deck has to have some serious staying power and ability to win me over. So we'll see. Can this deck win CGB over? Because it looks like a pile of jank that we're playing in a heck of a high rank. So you jank fans, this one is definitely for you. Stay till the end of the video. There's, of course, going to be the typical post-game wrap, but I'm also going to introduce and give some commentary on my channel trailer, which is live on the channel. Many of you have already seen. Just a few things to say about it, because as usual, everybody has questions. Everybody thinks they know all the answers. Hear it from the one in Best of One. But for now, 4-color auras. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. I have no idea. I have no idea what's good. All right. I'm going to play this land and take it from there. No red source. 1 green source. Opponent starts with a lightning bolt to themselves. That's That's really something, considering you have to hit land drops to make this good. I would say that's a good start to our game, but it's freaking mono red. Nothing's good. Like, everything that mono red does is just evil and vile and destroys you. It's the scummiest of decks. Yeah, you're gonna kill it. I know. That's why I played it. I just wanted to see it die. That's why I play Magic the Gathering. Love seeing what you do, just blowing up my stuff. Okay. Well, if you're not gonna kill that, maybe you won't kill this. I have landfall. I play landfall. Yep. Fabled Passage. Make it a 4/5. What a pupper. What a doggo. What a killer. Alright. First up, a little bit of you. We'll start putting them to the pain and suffering that is Standard Champion. And fill the graveyard. Start making Storm Herald good, I think. We have one in hand, so we don't need one in grave. Attack. Get that 1 life from the Eidolon, get that 3 points from the champion. The opponent has their back against the wall. Let's see what they can come up with. They haven't had an adventure creature yet. They might be thinking Embercleavy thoughts, questing beastie thoughts, of course. What you got? Kind of throwing out, kind of tossing a Hellhound here, aren't they? Just a little bit. Maybe they felt like they had to get rid of Alseid. 3 more cards graveyard. But where are the auras in the graveyard? We haven't done it, you know? It just hasn't worked yet. New champion. Sentinel's Eyes. Draw 2 cards, hopefully another white source. Yes. Sentinel's Eyes. Now they both trade with Questing Beast. So the opponent can't remove 1 and be in good shape. Let's see if you want to block our 6/8 Standard Champion or take this one on the nose. That's a trade. And we get a card. Alright. Still no all that glitters, but we've located a few auras. We've got the Gruul deck on the defensive. We should be able to leverage that to a victory. A zombie gets its bones crushed. The opponent says, I too can draw a card. Nice. Another Sentinel's Eyes. It's a beautiful thing. Another Temeric Calls the Dead. That's a beautiful thing. I will take one of those. Oh yeah. Opponent's going to be thinking, what is this deck? Sentinel's Eyes, baby. Just bringing it. Have at ye. So big. It's so big. Alright, got him. And what did we discard? Which Oro do we want to get back? How about a Demonic Embrace? Yes, let's drop a Demon Hug into the graveyard. It is the only aura, which means that the Storm Herald isn't amazing. I kind of wish... I really want the Storm Herald to be amazing, but just running the champion game, that was enough for this one. We can keep that. All that glitters on an Eidolon can be nice. What I have to ask myself is, am I paying 3 life to do it? The opponent's on Yorion, so their deck will be... In the long game, they will probably win. It's kind of tough. Like, do I want to start on a creature into an all that glitters? It's possible I could have a really aggressive opener. Against Yorion, let's go for it. I do need an untapped land, of which I don't have a ton. Ooh, the training's good though, right? We might... gives us more chances at an untapped land and puts clock on the opponent. But we can't all that glitters next turn if we only have this tap land to play. This is ugly. Tome. Alright. Come on, untapped land. That will do. To all that glitters? No, let's call the dead. We've got Call of the Death Dweller here. There's a Storm Herald. Do we want to exile it? Yeah, we just want board presence. I might regret that later, but right now there's no auras in the graveyard to get excited about, even though I have the Call of the Death Dweller. Okay, Demonic Embrace. That is something we can exile for a 2/2. Oh, Timrit Calls the Dead. You're really cringy right now. All right, I had wanted to play it. So obviously the opponent giving us like the look of a neutralize here. They played Omen. Okay, it's fine. But that's why we attack first. If they block the Eidolon, I get to draw. They do. Nice. And that gets an aura into the graveyard. That's a champion. I think we play out the champion. The opponent might exile it though. You have to remember that everything dies nowadays in Magic. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Timrit Calls the Dead again. Make them shatter. No creatures. Ugh. This is getting really bad because we're just not milling anything useful. And we're like having to exile the one good thing that we mill. Like, this is an ugly graveyard. On the good side, it's shrinking the library, making it more likely that we'll draw the stuff we need. Yep, I had a feeling that we'd see a Skyclave Apparition. That's why we didn't play the champion. All that glitters. Nice. Okay. Look at those sweet, sweet cards. Let's keep all that stuff. Let's see. We have our red source. Do we want double green? We definitely only need single red. Ooh, opponent ultra mega card touching. You can see it. Maybe if they touch their Omen some more, it will do something. They just keep flickering their Omen. I don't know. What can I say? What am I supposed to say? It's what's happening on the screen. Any of you who want me to not comment it, you're blind. You're blind. You're not even paying attention. Alright, that's an upkeep scry. This, I guess they are thinking Shatter Thoughts. But even if they shattered here, I would get back my champion and start drawing cards again and put the pressure right back on. Plus I'd have a 3/3 from the Skyclave Apparition to keep hitting the opponent. Touchy touch, card, touchy touch card. Touchy touch. At least they're only touching their own cards frantically and psychotically. Biorian, play Tome. You are so dead. So dead. Alright, how hard can I hit my opponent? I only have 2 white sources. That's a bit unfortunate. That's a bit unfortunate. Well, let's start the party like this. Maybe we'll draw into something. And we'll play the bounty. Ah, it's a tapped white source. An untapped one would have been lethal, I'm confident. Ah, that's what happens when you have this many tapped lands in your deck. Rar. Yep, could have hit for 9 using the bounty with protection from white. But remember, if I use protection from white on my champion or the creature with all that glitters, the aura falls off. So, no way to lethal here. Down to 4, though. Give me that 3/3. Yes. Now, even if you do Wrath, I draw a card. I play Call the Death Dweller. I get back Setessan Champion. I put all that glitters on it. I put Sentinel's Eyes on it. I draw more cards. You can't stop me. You can't stop the 4-color auras of doom. Orion! I probably don't have to say it when my opponents do it. Now remember, super awkward. I can't use protection from white to make a creature unblockable, because it will drop the all that glitters if I do. So, we just have to go wide, go around it. Because right now the opponent has block, block, all that glitters block, and takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, 6. Actually, that's good. We got this. We just throw this on the weakest critter, and now they're going to take 7 potentially. This has flash, so it's a little bonus damage in the combat step. Go ahead, touch all the cards. See if it gains you some life. See if it creates an extra blocker for you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The damage is real. Give him the dance. Yeah, baby. No black source, no red source. I don't think that's a keepable. I don't think so. Okay. All the colors, super slow. Like, pathetically slow. All 3 drops. I guess I have to draw some plays. Like, how do I get on the front foot when you're on the draw with this deck at all? I don't understand. Give up my only aura? I think we give up one of these. Oh, come on, mono red? You scumbag. Needed that. Oof. This is so bad. This is so bad. Okay, there were no lands. I mean, maybe you're helping me. I don't know. Oh, this is a day. We're having a day here. Give me that life. Oh no. So I guess my hope is Demonic Embrace this Alseed? Show him the meaning of lifelink. At least we're both having tough draws. At least that part is kind of even. Oh, we're digging. All right. Playing my own aura against me. Heh, no land for you. Yeah. If our opponent has a shock and they kill this, I guess we can get it back. And we have a 2/4. So they have to spend their turn on it. This is pretty good. And then we hit the land. They gotta kill it. They have to. Alright, they top deck the land. Lucky ducky. And they have the shock. I was hoping at least they had to think about this with a Bone Crusher Giant or something like that. But nope, they've got the shock. Okay, we'll block here. Yep. Big gamer, but it's still kind of a 2-for-1. They have to recast the Bone Crusher later. We get to go Call of the Death Dweller, get you back. And we get to push you to 4 toughness and draw a card. Board position, baby. Ooh, 5 toughness. Love it. That's right. The Sentinel bonus as well. Death Touch, Menace, Vigilance. If only I could throw some lifelink on there. Also, this is in our graveyard now, too. Ooh. Ooh. This is going to get intense. All right, we know how many land drops our opponent missed. We know they're going to Embercleave, and we're at 9. So, this has Vigilance, and we can make it huge. I guess that's the play. I guess that's just the play. Storm Herald. Still might lose to Cleave, but because remember, we do have to exile this on end step. You have to exile the auras, but we get a big hit here. So if we attack with everything, the opponent can go to 1. But then they're going to try to kill me on the crackback. I need every hand on deck to keep that from happening. This isn't lethal on its own, but this buffed is, so I'm going to put the champion there. If they hit the land drop, that could be okay. Yeah, I think we hold back the Storm Herald. Because if we get to untap next turn, oh, they are so dead. It's a lot of bodies on the table. There's some lifelink on the table. Is that going to be good enough? Probably. I mean, what are they supposed to do? Look how huge this card is. Fervent Champion. Attack with everyone. What could it be? What could it be? We want that life. So if we put it over here, I guess if we put both of them here, we're going to get the life. So, Embercleave. 2, 3, that's fine. This is fine. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 with a Rimrock Knight. That's not good enough. Plus we get this life. All right. What you got? What you got, big brain? Good game. All right. Let's see how good it is, shall we? All right. Lol. Won't even show me the sword. I see how it is. Red Mage, too much shame. Oh, man. What the heck am I supposed to do here? Top deck a land, I guess. I mean, these are my best cards. The mana's so bad. I don't know what to name on my pathways. And I have to play them on turn 1. Alright, I'm going green. Hopefully I don't draw just the wrong cards from here on in. Ugh. Crap. Okay, I'm going black. Awkward. And do we miss the land drop? Is the game just over? Not yet. Not yet. Okay, white. The champ is here. Champ is probably gonna die, but it's part of the experience. Hopefully it's not a Skyclave apparition so Call can get him back. What? Resolves? Okay, it must be my birthday. Definitely the best one to get rid of is Timurit Calls the Dead. It's not an aura and it's not a creature, and both of those are things we try to reanimate. No land, and an uncastable Storm Herald. Yeah, obviously, it's an Omen of the Sun. We get it, Yorian. We've seen your ways. What's it gonna be? Sky Noodler? Boo! Not cool, bruh. I guess it's 4 mana sorcery to exile one of my creatures, so it could be worse. Sentinel's Eyes, that's kind of a key card. And this is the red source. Things are coming together. Let's play another champ. You gonna Chumperino that Zombo? Go for it. Have your way with him. Big turn. What do you think they've got up their sleeve? It's Doom Foretold, which timing's perfect. We get rid of the Timurit Calls the Dead when it's mostly used up. Auras in the graveyard. Sentinel's Eyes, All That Glitters. We can go for a double All That Glitters Mega Punch here. Once these are in the graveyard, they're so good with the Storm Herald that I think it's the right play. And I'm going to suit this up so that if the opponent uses a spot removal spell on my champion, I'm not just done, you know? Alright, white source off the top. For the... Oh my gosh, we got there. For the ultimate. Yeah. Down to 7. So the opponent needs to clear the token. Then we sacrifice the champion, then we play Storm Herald, get back the All That Glitters and the Sentinel's Eyes. They're probably dead if they don't have instant speed interaction. It would be really nice if we had this Embrace in the graveyard. Oh, oh, dude, that ain't it. Okay, let's get rid of one of the All That Glitters. We're going to get it back anyway. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just let that sink in. Just gotta take a moment there and think about that. Let them see the way of their demise. Tapped lands, but good mana. I think that's an easy keep with this deck. It really doesn't get going till turn 3, and there's kind of this You sweat it out on turn 3, wondering if your Setessan champion will live or if you'll just get run over. We do need a top-decked land, though, and I'm getting scared. Come on. Top-decked land. Let's go. Let's go. Off the top. Boom. Easy money. They both produce black, they both produce white. I've needed, like, triple black sometimes, like Agadeem's Awakening. I've also needed triple white sometimes. What you got? Nothing. Sweet. See if you got something for the champion. The champ is here. Oh no. Not this. I remember this. I remember how this feels. I'll be over here in the corner. Please make it stop. No. Come on now. Come on now. This is completely unnecessary. We don't have to be this way. Come on now. No, come on. Oh, okay, dude. Okay. Sure. Let's try to hit a land drop off this sucker. Fail. That makes me angry. That makes me angry. Come on now. Come on, deck. We were vibing. We were doing so well together. Now you're gonna get Ugin, aren't you? Oh my god, this game. Stupid frickin' Cobra, man. Really? 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 They have the Genesis ultimatum. Like, this would be silly if they didn't. Right? Right? Okay. Cool. What are you gonna minus here? 3. Good riddance, Cobra. Alright, so what do we do? This is on 4. Let's start filling the graveyard. Wow, good one. It's and this game is a joke. This game is a big LOL. Like, haha, nice try. You want to play Magic? This is what you get. This is your experience. No creatures. Nothing. No creatures. I'm just gonna decline. Who cares about the zombies at this point? Alright, I'm gonna get really Eidolon for this zombie. It will get bolted, I'm sure, but we're filling that graveyard. We've got some auras down there now. Got some auras. Good play. Let's give it up for our opponent. They're doing stuff. They're doing things with their deck. Oh, I hate them. All right, mill 3, make it good, or don't. You know, that's fine too. I've certainly had my share of just not good. No creatures in the yard. We have to play like the Storm Herald. It gets suited up, but all those get exiled, but we get to attack the Ugin. And we get to draw. Do we want a Demonic Embrace? Like, I need land. And Embrace is not bad, but I need better. You. Bam, bam, bam. This has summoning sickness, so has to be like this. Come on. Deck, come on! We were trying to magic together. Now look at you. Now look at you. You're doing nothing. Nothing. And it dies because of the damage from the mammoth. Freaking Ugin. Oh, here's Terror. Alright, good. I wouldn't want the opponent to flood out. I would want them to get to do their thing. The joke is almost that we're still alive, to be honest. Like, how are we still here? No auras in the graveyard, so we'll have to put this one on here. This way it threatens the Ugin. The opponent should just let Ugin die, I think. They can probably kill me with Terror. If they block with Terror and Mammoth here to protect it, they lose both because of the Death Touch. Yep, there you go.
I have greater matters to attend to.
Cycle. Play land. Okay. Okay, bro. Okay. Nice top deck. It's a good one. It's a good one. This game, alright, the deck has proven it control itself. I guess we've got early stuff to do and might just bring in all that glitters beatdown to our opponent. That could be fun. Woo! Yeah! So what do we lead with? Let's go with the bounty. Next turn, if we want to, we can pay 3 and glitters it, or we can get Eidolon down. I don't know. Our opponent went first, so of course they get to Bone Crush us. If they want to. What you got? If they say go, and I get to play this and use Indomitable Will to blow out the Bone Crusher, I'm going to laugh. Chandler. Magnetic Chandler. Okay. How does that make me play this turn? I guess we just, like, if I attack, this won't save it, so this just goes over the top. Alright, see if they have a Heartless Act, or if they can dig one up quickly. Crap! Maybe I moved in too quickly there and I was supposed to develop the Eidolon. Although then they just shoot that. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like my deck is in danger of doing nothing now. That's a good draw though. I can start filling this graveyard. Alright, who wants to get exiled? You. I has made 2/2. Do you love me now? Alright, a little graveyard action for you. Complete with Croak's time. We'll drop you off. Because next turn I can play this and hold up the will. But we need to draw some cards. Something needs to work. And it's not working yet. Sentinel's Eyes. Okay, what goes? What actually goes? Maybe nothing. This is where a reanimation spell gets us the champion. And the other things we don't want gone. I still think it's probably... Yeah, let's just get rid of the training. I think it's a little bit extra. So how do we push this game into the next level? Ooh, they're on level 1. They don't... Nobody expects the Indomitable Will. God, my deck looks hideous. It really does. Like, I don't know if there's a better way to put it. Alright, the opponent's going to Croxa me. So we need a big draw. That's weird. I guess you're just letting that get exiled? Because I think the right take would have been a land if you had the choice. Maybe... Oh, it was that or a Mire Triton? Okay. Yeah, I think you're just better off getting the Kroxa back and letting this one get exiled. That is kind of sad. But that's where we're at. Alright. What do we draw? Does it suck? Will it be terrible? Let's find out. I guess I need the scries. That's terrible. That's not good at all. Alright. Play you. Bring back you. I guess we'll put it here because of the lifelink. I'm just gonna have to gang up on this Elder Giant. Chandler down. We see 2 cards. Scavenger and Intervention. Looks like we're picking out Scavenger. Take 3. Sure. All right. Block like that. Save the bounty. Hopefully get some cards out of the deal. We'll see. Nice. Get to keep the Eidolon. Wow, a land. You don't say. Okay. Embrace. Hug 'em. Hug 'em strong. Now we race you. We got a Baneslayer Angel. What you got? Just keep on shucking. All right, you got a Blood Chief's Thirst. That gets you through the bounty. Here's the thing, if I name black, I lose the Embrace. Cringe. Super cringe. Ugh. Maybe I was supposed to let it die and draw 2 cards. Maybe. Coward. No attacks. Pathetic. Weak. Here we come. Hits again. 17-9. Opponent really doesn't like this trade. I mean, it is bad. It's a good creature, and I draw 2. But, behold, removal! May I resolve my trigger now? Or are you just going to be grouchy about this? Oh, come on, deck. Deck is not coughing up the goods. No calls, no heralds. But we are in a place where, like, herald is just so good. But we can't draw it. We just can't draw it. Alright, we're dead to removal. And there is always removal. Well, wait, if I block here, maybe I'm not dead. That's a herald. That's a herald. Not dead. Not dead. 1-19. Oh my goodness. Not enough. That sucks. I did the thing the deck does, and it wasn't enough. I've never been sadder. Ah! Oh, man. No, 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 no. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up. And this deck didn't win me over. It is, in my opinion, and I know, heartbreaking, still a pile of jank. I mean, I can see how it won. If it's on the play, or if the opponent has any kind of a mid-rangey pile, this deck can get a value engine going that is difficult to interact with without exile, but I think that all changed. I think Yorion, with its pile of Elspeth Conquers Death and Skyclade Apparition, like those cards are really bad for this deck. Exiling the Heralds, exiling the Champion. The only way to mill yourself is to draw Timuret Calls the Dead. The problem with drawing Timuret Calls the Dead is you have to play it. And when you play it, it often doesn't go as well as you hope. And this deck can certainly defeat itself badly, embarrassingly poorly. And yeah, it's not for me, but I hope that you out there watching, if this is for you, and maybe you have some of these cards from doing some nonsense in the past, maybe this is something you want to partake in. It doesn't get any CGB stamp of approval here. This is a don't use your wild cards on this deck for my taste. But hopefully watching, you got a sense of it. And maybe if you want to live vicariously through my pain and enthusiasm, you enjoyed 4-color auras. Changes I would make to make it better, I've got nothing. I tried a few things. I messed with the mana base. I added some cards, and I recorded a few games like that. I ended up not doing well. I deleted those games, just went back to the build as it was, recorded a few more games to fill out the video, because it seems like any changes I make don't help. So this one is just out of my wheelhouse. Give me some Sky Noodle and we'll get back to what I do best. But I hope you enjoyed it. Kind of a little bit of nonsense and not absolutely embarrassing. It was still about a 50-50 deck, and it was still good against some of the decks in the field that were playing slow or fair, right? Also, the game against Mono Red, they missed some land drops, but it was still a very fun game to see the champion pop off and get bigger than they could handle. And yeah, it's a game, you know. This is a deck that I think lives in the fun zone. The fun zone. On the note of the fun zone, I have released, with the help of Maddie B, editor extraordinaire, a new channel trailer. That was supposed to do an applause sound. Why didn't it work? Anyway, the new channel trailer is up on the channel, just simply titled The One in Best of One. What is it? What does it mean? Oh my gosh, it must mean something. It must mean something. Everything means something to everyone. By the way, 89.9k subs. Hype! That is so on the edge of 90. And you know what 90 is on the edge of? The hundo. Oh my gosh, exciting. Anyway, the channel trailer, we'll watch it for a second here in just a minute, but I wanna just talk about it really briefly. I always wanted kind of a WWE promo excitement wrestling like hype reel. My favorite thing about wrestling isn't the moves. It's really only the video packages, you know, the videos that they put together to tell the story and to introduce characters and get you excited. And I always wanted one of those. It was one of my goals that I wasn't brave enough to talk about for 2020, was to produce one of these. And a lot of the footage from this you'll see is from Brawl Hall, which is an event that Merchant did. I'm going to dump this music. We'll just play it for a second. It's me. It's CGB. I'm Brawl Hall 3. Yeah, I won the last Brawl Hall that Merchant held, and then Merchant stopped holding them. They were a lot of work, understandable. Wizards sponsored the first 3 events, then they stopped sponsoring it. And I know that Merchant said if Wizards was willing to sponsor it again, he'd consider it, but I do understand why he stopped. At the time when I won the event, I knew he might stop, but I thought something would work out. And being optimistic, I kept like a lot of this footage, and I've had this trailer storyboarded actually for several months, for quite a while. over 6 months, I've had most of this trailer in mind and just was waiting to see, because I wanted to use it as a promo if there was going to be a Brawlhalla 4. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. So because of that, we have a lot of the Brawlhalla footage. Like the first half of this is what was meant to be a promo for Brawlhalla 4. And then we round it out with just kind of a channel introduction. So let's enjoy.
Congratulations to Covert Go Blue on the win.
And I have taken on all of your favorite YouTubers. I have destroyed them all. Croaky's battled in a pre-release event. He actually won the first matchup between us, so technically we're 1-1. I have no idea what my record against LVD is. Absolutely none. In general, I know I haven't read these comments in a while, but I'm sure there will be comments like, you lose too. Yeah, I know. It's my channel trailer. What do you want? Maybe someday I'll make a trailer of just me getting my face pounded in for your entertainment. But come on. It's like everybody is welcome to make their own channel trailer, but it's going to include highlights. It's going to make you look good. It's going to try to put you over. It's going to try to tell people what you're about. If I'm about getting my face bashed in, it's not very on brand. So, by the way, LVD's face, one of the rare times in Brawlhalla 3 that he busted out the face cam to be in it. A rather handsome devil. He's not hiding his face cam for any reason like that. 497 damage.
Yeah.
Nemesis, alias.
Right, Agent Treachery. Hi, buddy. Look at Craig's face. He knows. He's like, yes!
I love this little logo and then also the face covering. And I love the call here. This is Amazonian and Alias on the mic. No. I want to hear it again. It's one of my favorite parts.
No. I think this just proves that evil will one day triumph over us all. Why not cast the Nexus?
Evil will one day triumph over us all. My favorite line from Craig on that commentary. Just a great call. This particular spot was probably as villainous as I've ever been, where Amy Amazonian, playing her in the finals for the title, she offered the GG. I offered the GG, but then with Nexus of Fate, I cast Nexus of Fate for basically no reason. What could be more sadistically cruel than that?
True villain mode has been activated.
I love that line by Merchant so much.
Every single day, sometimes we end it quickly. Sometimes we end it slowly. I will never back down. I will never miss a day. The streak is going over 600 as we speak, and there is a lot more left in.
A few people have asked me about this one. So not the most recent time, but the first time that Bad Boy Gaming made a video making fun of me, I made a video making fun of him in response. And then after that, I made a video where I thought that the ultimate revenge upon him would be to break his record of 15 million damage. And I didn't do it. You see here, I got to 2.8 million. Still very respectable, but actually did not break his record. It turned out to be too hard to do, but I did have a deck built around dealing as much damage as possible. And of course, doing it in like a direct challenge was unacceptable. I had to do it in a queue. So there was a timer, which made it very hard to get to the max damage. So yeah, this is as high as I ever got though, 2.8 million. And I was excited to get to use it in the video.
Me.
Infinite Polyraptors was once my most viewed video on the channel a long time ago. The Scoop Mob dance. I mean that. I don't know what that is.
Can't imagine why this had to go.
The 250 card Nissa deck ultimated.
If you think you've got what it takes to challenge the one in best of one,
Steal your stuff,
you
wrath
know
your
right where to
board.
find me. Let the nonsense begin.
People have mentioned something about that end scene. I'd never even thought of it, to be honest. I wish I was that slick and that cool. It's a pretty funny joke. I never even thought of it until people mentioned it in comments, and now thanks, bros. I can't unsee it. Anyway, Editor Maddie B, awesome work. Music from Uth O'Reilly. Leave some for the rest of us. Make sure you check that out. Special thanks to Merchant for doing the Brawl Hall series. It's too bad there wasn't another one, but a little lemonade here, a channel trailer. Make sure you go check it out. I did release it in the middle of the night on like a Friday because I didn't want to clutter people's feeds, which is a very not alpha thing to do. But it's going to be up and used for the channel for a long time, I think, because I don't want to make a new channel trailer every week. So if you leave a comment, it's probably going to be there for a long time, and I would appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It's one of my weird long-time content creator goals to do more kind of hype video material that I don't see much in Magic. And I hope you find it as entertaining as I do. Let me know. Click the link in the description. Go leave a comment. Watch the one in Best of One. Hopefully you find it entertaining. And thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.